Welcome creators, artists, smart professionals, and all those ready to take action and create a passion-centered lifestyle. This is another episode of the Creative Action Podcast. I'm your host, Bruno Flo. I dedicate my entire life to the mastery of my craft. From producing video games, music albums, and films, to creating websites, business projects, and marketing strategies. I'm also a martial artist, long-term meditator, and professional coach. As a creator or artist, your unique perspective sets you apart. I'm committed to help you on your path towards your own creative vision, while sharing with you how to avoid the common traps that lead to existential anxiety, low energy, and burnout. Let's unlock greater levels of flow, freedom, and fulfillment together. Welcome to another episode of the Creative Action Podcast with Bruno Flo. It's nice to have you here again listening to this podcast, or maybe it's your first time. If it's your first time, you can check my website brunoflow.com, which is just starting, and you will see it's very empty right now, but well, you can check it and you can download my ebook called 5 Mindset Shifts for Clarity. If you are into getting more clarity in your life, you can do that, and also you can get a clarity session with me for free in the website, and you will be able to develop a new sense of clarity around your goals, around the lifestyle you want to create, and around this creative aspiration you have, deep yearning you have around creating something. Maybe it's a project around art, maybe some business you want to create, and you have this creative inspiration inside you that is asking for your attention. So this is a space for that. This is a space for developing clarity around that and taking action, creative action, yes, like the name of the podcast, towards creating that reality, because you can do it. It takes effort, it takes energy, it takes commitment, it takes discipline. It has a price. But if you know the price is worth, if you know that the value you are going to get from your actions and your effort is enough, you will do it. If you don't understand from your deep core that it is valuable, you will not take action. It's just that. So that's the reason you need clarity. That's the reason this process you are experiencing right now of self-reflection, of considering what's the best for you, is a sacred moment. It's a moment you should embrace totally. And speaking of sacred, I want to talk in this chapter about death, about impermanence. This reality that you are listening to these words echoing in your mind. Maybe this is the last time I'm recording something on this microphone. And that's humbling. That's humbling to know that maybe this is my last message to humanity. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. If this is my last message to humanity, if this is the last thing I could ever say to you, is that what to say to you. I wish you the best. Actually, I wish you the best. I wish you that you go forward towards anything that you may be desiring inside you, interesting you deep inside you. Follow your interest, follow your passion, follow your dream. This sounds so cliche, sounds very cliche, but you don't know if tomorrow you're gonna live neither. We are here, you and I, we are here right now, but you don't know if you are going to be present tomorrow. There is this guy called Chuck Cornfield, which is a Buddhist teacher I really like. They made like a survey in which they ask a lot of people that were about to die, what were they thinking about? And it seems that they didn't tell anything like, yeah, I wonder how much money I have in my bank account, or oh, I wonder, like material stuff, oh, my company, how is it my company? No. The most people, they were asking about if they were able to love in a proper way. Did I love well? These kind of questions. So it's crazy, because when you get to the point of nearly dying and being at the verge of your life, your priorities suddenly change. It's like you are more aware of what's truth when you are at that moment. So it makes sense to me that we should be reviewing our life in this way, because this is the ultimate truth of that. And if we are not living like if we are about to die, like with that kind of clarity and mindfulness and clarity of finitude, probably we are living in a bullshit kind of state. We are deluding ourselves of what is truly important for ourselves. So this is an excellent exercise to gain clarity around what's important for you, truly important for you, more than money, more than fame, more than material desires or even emotional desires. Death has that capacity of reminding us of what is truly important. And I think that's one of the reasons that older people are more wise, because when you are older, you are more close to death naturally. You start to think more about that. You start to see all your friends dying and your family dying, because obviously everyone is getting older, and obviously you get more aware of that, and that makes you value things in a different way. It's strange that you see an old person like being overly materialistic. They don't fucking care about that anymore. They don't really care. And you can see also some old people like very relaxed, like they don't really care about anything, about how they look, or because they know that they are just about to die, man. They don't have that much time. And it's the same for us. It's like we are old right now. We could be living our last moments. And don't get sad about that. It's not about getting sad about you are going to die. Oh no, I'm going to die. You know? It's something you need to accept. It's a grief we had to accept. And probably if you cry, it's okay. If you cry because of thinking that you're going to die and all your loved beings are going to die, it's okay. Obviously, don't get overly obsessed around that, because it will not be useful for that. But sometimes you need to remember the reality of it, and I encourage you to remember it periodically, how things really are. And also, I want to comment something. We don't really know what's that. We assume that is the ending of whatever. We can assume that is the ending of the ego. An example that I'm 80% sure that the ego will finish, that identity and everything will finish, but we don't really know. Maybe you reincarnate and your memories continue to transmigrate to a new being in another dimension. Who knows? Nobody had the opportunity to die and explain to anyone what is it to be that. It doesn't exist, so we don't really know what that is it about. We only know that it's a moment of finishing something. It's a moment of transition, moment probably of review, and we should embrace that sensation of ending, of finishing, of reviewing, making contact with that impermanence and with that ever-changing process of nature in which things appear and disappear, in which things arise and vanish. We should be friends with that. We should be friends with that, and we should be friends with life. I think one of the things takes to the other thing. If you are friends with that, you will value life. You will value the opportunity of living there. Well, this was the self-reflection. It was like me speaking my mind out loud about this subject of death, around how we don't know shit about it, but at the same time, we are afraid of it, and at the same time, reflecting on it encourages us to be more connected to life. So I hope you gain some kind of insight or cool reflection about this episode, which was about death. Oh, well, yeah, it had to happen, and there will be more episodes about this. I wish you the best. I wish you had a beautiful life and that you can do whatever you want to do and enjoy this game of life in the most passionate and purpose-driven way you can. Enjoy it. Have a nice day. Like what you heard today? Then remember, real transformation only happens when you take creative action. Curious about the possibility of crafting a passion-centered lifestyle with me and my team? Visit brunoflow.com/clarity and apply for a free clarity session call.